Yeah. So I'm gonna pick up where I left off at. They don't have a plan, and a marketing plan is very important. There's certain classes, certain consumer behavior. That was an important class, but a lot of the times people don't think that they need certain class. They think they can just go open up a business, and it's just all common sense. It's really not. Certain things you have to sit down and learn. Marketing strategy is like marketing. I got an A in marketing, of course, because I'm great at strategizing. When you sit down with a marketing plan, you sit down and come up with a plan on how to advertise. With marketing, you sit down in marketing and you're coming up with a plan for advertising. That's what it is. That's why I said it again. So when you are marketing, when you sit down with your marketing plan includes you sitting down with your team and you're saying, how are we going to get this product out? And we do get this product out. How are we going to put it out to the public? How are we going to market to the public? Who is our target market? A lot of people don't know what target markets are, and they don't think target markets are important. When I was in fashion school, because I did go to fashion school, I went to Howard University for marketing, and then I went to Wood Toby Coburn in New York. I'm from New York. I went to these schools, and I got a degree in fashion too. So, yeah, that's why I'm very versed in the fashion industry and very well versed in business marketing, business strategy. Okay, so sorry I had to pause it real quick for a quick second, but I was talking about target markets and why they're important. When I was in fashion school, when I took marketing, when I was in college, I took marketing. We didn't really talk about, we were in marketing, but excuse me, we didn't really get deep into the target market. So I never really paid it much mind or understood it too much. And then when I got to fashion school, they started talking about target markets again. And it was like, and I said to myself, and I kept saying, and my teacher would always, Mr. Smith, oh my God, he was the greatest. He was a great instructor. Anyway, I would always say, I don't need a target market. Target market, please. And we would have to create target market profiles. And I would just be like, yeah, right. I can sell, my clothes are going to be for the woman that's 18 to 42. And I refuse to listen to anybody. I can sell clothes to people that are 18 to 42. Yeah, you can. But that whole range is ridiculous. Because 18-year-olds is not wearing with 42-year-olds, and 42-year-olds is not wearing with 18-year-olds. So your target market, you would have to say, okay, well, I'm going to target 18 to 22-year-olds. That's a range, because those people are peers and they're pretty much doing the same thing. Or, let me explain it a little bit better. Okay, so I have a high-end company. I have a high-end clothing company. And the average price for one of my shirts is $70, right? So I'm mostly going to target people who are in that income range, who can afford a $70 shirt. Like toy companies. Toy companies, they target kids. Why? Because when the kids see the products, they're going to say, Mom, let me get that. I want that. And the parents are going to go buy it. So they target the parents and they target the kids, but they target the kids more because guess what? When the kids see it, the parents buy it. You need a certain target market. If I was sitting up here selling cat litter boxes, guess what? I have to target pet owners. So that's why in my mind, I wasn't really paying attention to the target market and what a target market meant. And target market is very important when it comes to advertising. Because if I have $10,000 to put into advertising, right? And with advertising is, I got 10,000 to put in advertising. Am I gonna just throw out an advertisement and if 10,000 people, okay, so I spend $10,000 on my advertising, right? And 20,000 people see my ad, right? But out of those 20,000 people, only 3,000 people are pet owners. Then that's not really effective, because 17,000 people aren't going to buy a product because they don't have any pets. And that's when target markets come in. And this is why Facebook ads and Instagram and all these ads give you targeted ads, because targeted ads target your customer. If I have $10,000 on advertising and there's 20,000 people who are going to see my advertisement, I want those 20,000 people to be pet owners, or at least pet owners. Maybe some people consider getting pets, someone who cat lovers. I want it to be targeted to a certain demographic. That way, my advertising dollars have been utilized more effectively, because chances are, if I can get all of those pet owners to see how great my product is, out of 20,000 people that's seen it, even if 5,000 people buy the product, that's 5,000 people who bought the product, as opposed to only 3,000 pet owners seeing it, and maybe 1,000 of those if buy my product. So that's pretty much how target marketing works. I know people who do all type of businesses. I know people who are artists. I know people who are this, and they have no clue at their target market. They think they can just put out music for anybody. They can put out clothes for anybody without having a target market. I want to talk about the music industry really, really fast, really quick. People just go in the studio and they make music and they say, yep, I'm going to go out here. I'm going to blow up. If you are, put it like this, you have to pay attention to what's out there. You have to pay attention to how the times are changing, what's going on out in these industries, the music industry, the clothing industry. Because as technology advances, you have to move along you have to be in line with the times. And when I was coming up and into business and things like that, I did not have the tools and I did not have the resources that are here today. Technology has made it extreme today. Because of technology, because of social media, because of all of these things, internet, all that. This is why my business is successful today, because of these things that were implemented in society and blah, blah, blah. Because like I said, now, I even put out a magazine a few years ago. I didn't sell that many copies because I didn't really advertise it so much. It was a digital magazine. But what I found that is I could create a magazine and put it out for sale and have hard copies printed, digital copies printed, and paperbacks printed without even paying $1. Without any overhead. It was a print on demand service, and they did pretty good with the printing. Years ago, back in my time, you didn't have that. You had to write your book, pay all this money to get, I guess, a sample. We just didn't have the resources and the tools that we had then. We had to really sit out and do marketing plans and do business plans. And you still have to do them today, but now they have the one page business plan. Like, I seen the 1-page business plan, and I'm looking through each section and I'm like, damn, this makes sense. You can really put the whole business plan together in this one page. Technology, social media allows you, especially if you don't even know too much about, if you're not really internet savvy or whatever, but you have your business, whatever, you can literally go online and go to Facebook, create an ad. You can create ads on Shopify. You can create these ads and you have a targeted demographic. If you sell, I don't know, boob cream for your boobs, you're probably going to target women, right? This women includes women, transgender women, people who live as women, whatever. That's the target market. People with boobs who want to rub cream on their stuff. That's the target market. I'm not targeting boob cream to a man. I'm not targeting boob cream to kids. Targeting it to women with boobs. And this is just an example. This is a terrible example, but I'm just saying. That's my target group. So when I have my products, these are who I'm going to target. These are who I'm going to send advertisement to. These are who I'm going to send flyers to. Email blasts, those type of things. Because if I send it to people without boobs, it serves no point. That's what a target is. Target market. When you get your target market, it's pretty much learning the demographics of your customer. Who is your customer? It's identifying who your customer is. If I make, like I said, if I make baby blankets and I make car seats or whatever, my target market is parents. Kids aren't looking at that stuff and saying, oh, mommy, I want that. I'm targeting parents. It's new parents who need a car seat, I'm targeting parents. But if I want to put out the latest, I don't know, Batman toy, toy or something, some type of toy. Want to put that out? I'm creating advertisements for children. I'm creating commercials for children. So that's why when you see toy commercials and stuff, it's geared to children. It has laugh and dance and stuff that little kids see and look at the TV and say, oh, mama, I want that. That's why. That's what they do. And that's all a part of branding, marketing, advertising. Fisher-Price. When you hear Fisher-Price, what do you think of? Toys. Right off the rip. Toys. That is their brand. Their marketing is directing their marketing to kids. Whatever age range, the toy is to kids. And their advertising is now in the form of commercials, brochures, pictures, all types of things that kids will see and point to it and want it and cry for it or go into the store and see it and their parents will buy it. That's why it's, demographics is very, very important. This is not going to go into a part 3 because I don't need to. I explained it. I wrapped it up. I have 1 minute and 40 seconds, and I just wanted to come through with that and just try to drop some little bit of business knowledge on y'all. Because I see, and the reason why I did this is because I be on the internet and I be seeing people's businesses, and I'm like, they don't be professional. I mean, I know we live in 2021. Anything goes. Like, the most ratchet, whatever. You get views, you get likes, you get products. But remember, your reputation coincides with your brand. Your brand is how your brand is viewed in the marketplace is the reputation of your brand. You don't want to tarnish your brand before your brand gets anywhere, because the hardest thing to do is to rebrand. It's a hard thing to do is to rebrand. Once you establish a brand, you never want to have to rebrand because you worked hard to establish this brand. But in some way, if this brand is tarnished or you do something crazy to mess your brand up, you have no option but to rebrand, because one false move, one bad words, bad reputation. That's why branding is so important. And I hope you learned something from this. And if you have any questions about any of my broadcasts, email me at bushycombs@gmail.com. Just how it is. BUSHYCOMBS gmail.com. Thank you for listening, and I am out.